Hey guys, what is up? It is Danlags, and welcome back to episode number 160 of Constructing Los Angeles. How is everybody doing today? We are back, and we are going to be doing a recap episode today. So, today is the first recap episode on CLD since 130. I actually went back and watched that video real quick, and I noticed that we kind of did like a recap of like the entire city of LD. So I'm not going to do that this episode. I'm just going to kind of cover the things that we've built since then, so last 30 episodes. And basically, guys, if you are unaware, we do recap videos here on the Constructing Los Angeles series, usually on the 0 episodes, so episodes that end with 0, 130, 160, etc., etc. And we kind of cover all the things that have been built since the last recap episode. So we got 30 episodes of things to cover. So a lot of new things on the world since the last episode. It was kind of interesting seeing all the stuff that I built because I don't usually keep track of like how I've built things by the number. I really just kind of just do it. So it was cool. Like the entire beach area, for example, is completely new since episode 130. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get started with the recap. Guys, the recap episodes are really for you new subscribers that may have not seen a lot of the Los Angeles series, or for you longtime subscribers, big fans of the series, of course. You guys, if you missed a couple episodes, this is the way to catch up. So let's go ahead and start it. So we're gonna start over here right now. We're here on Xbox One, obviously, because that's the outside of the map. So I thought it'd be funny to start like on that little hill, just kind of looking into the city. But anyway, let's get started with the beach area. This is probably the major thing that's been added since 130. It's crazy. If you go back and look at 130, there's still houses here and things like that, and I was considering even like terraforming a mountain around them. That was a big mistake. I made a great decision putting this beach here. So of course we have the beach that kind of slants itself up to the road. We have the lifeguard stands, just your standard umbrellas, a bunch of beach mats, even kind of built in like a little custom wave kind of crashing onto the shore. We have a couple of jet skis out there, and we have a nice couple of little palm tree designs here. So of course we also have the little tunnel that leads underneath of the it just kind of like runs underneath, and that connects like to one of the shore drains of the world, just kind of a little channel for the water. So we have the boardwalk over here, guys, and again, all this stuff is fairly new, so we're gonna be able to cover all this stuff. So we have the boardwalk, which just kind of has like this little sand dune up here, like underneath of it. So I don't know what I did here. I kind of had like these fence gates here, and then I kind of stopped that. I don't know if I decided that I didn't like it or I just didn't finish it. I think it was I didn't like it, so I'm probably just gonna get rid of those fence gates, either that or finish it all the way across. I don't know. But over here we have the surf shack. So this is just our little beachy, I guess, retail store here, and we have a couple of totem poles out front, which I love. I love those totem poles. So basically, this is just a surf shack. You can just buy like beach stuff, like beach balls and beach mats and things like that at this little shack, just right out on the outskirts of the city. So. Here is the beach area, guys. We got the boardwalk and all. We have a couple of ice cream stands right here, which are pretty cool. Future plans for the beach area is obviously I would like to build some sort of awesome pier that runs out into the water. I'm a little bit limited on Xbox 360 because I believe the edge of the map is like right around here somewhere. Right around here. So obviously I want to be able to take the pier out a little bit further than that. So I'm going to wait till Xbox One to build the pier here. So that rhymes. That's awesome. Anyway, so guys, let's go ahead and move on here. Let's go into the city before we head out that direction. All right, so back into the city. Right here, this is new. I've added all these, finished up the back of all these townhouses here. So we have like the backs in here. We have escape ladders and things like that. Just adding the windows, adding some balconies, adding some staircases that run down to the ground. Have another droopy tree in the middle, which is very important. And then more specifically, this building here has actually been finished. This one was actually only like partially worked on since 130 or on 130. I looked at it and really only the front was put in, but I actually ended up like filling in the walls and just kind of finishing off this house 100%. So yeah, looks great. This is actually my favorite of the 4 townhouses here. I think it's just the one that's the most unique and I like it the most. So townhouse, they're all there. They're all the exteriors on them are squared away. Now it's just a time of furnishing them. So they all turned out great. I think they're a major addition to the world. Really awesome addition. And hopefully in the future, I like to build more traditional houses or traditional Victorian houses, whatever you want to call these. More things like this because I think they're really cool. Having like 4 of them in a row, it just adds. It looks a lot really detailed. First off, and I think it does definitely makes it look like a city. So that's cool. Over here we have the gas station. I'm pretty sure this was here. I'm not 100% positive, but you know, it's here. It's gonna stay. It's not like it's gonna get broken like half the gas stations I build. Right here we have the plans for a hotel. We're gonna have like a kind of a beachfront hotel, which is gonna be super fancy. I'm gonna start building that pretty soon. So this is a major addition that's been added since last episode of the recaps. This is the grandiose apartments right above Los Santos, or no, that's not right. Los Dangeles Customs. I always get that messed up. So similar. But yeah, this is just basically an apartment building that goes above the you know, the mod shop that we have right down below. So great building. I love the detail on it, and I was really happy with the way that finished up. So it's pretty much done. I just have to do a little bit with the penthouse on the roof, and then it'll be pretty much squared away. So moving on, over here we have the hospital. And this is another one of those things that was kind of like halfway done last episode of the recaps. But now it's done on the outside. We've added all the exterior, and it's all squared away, and it's been filled in. So the exterior is done. And I also add some solar panels up here with the daylight sensors and the way they look in the city texture pack. So that's cool. So I really like the way the hospital turned out, guys. It's just looking great on the outside. This is one of those buildings where, you know, it took me a while to kind of come up with a design for it. But once it kind of hit me, I like it a lot. So my favorite part about it is obviously the bridge that runs kind of across the road here and connects to the, I guess this is like, you know, just the second wing of the hospital where we have some places where people can be treated and things like that. And we still have to work on the parking garage underneath, but that's something I plan on working on very soon. So some more generic things on the world. I've kind of put in some of the street lights here. Like some of these street lights weren't here previously, like kind of all around this space. And I also went ahead and filled in the median lines in the middle, the yellow lines that kind of divide the roads. So those have all been put in and just kind of squared away. So that's like still a work in progress, but it's getting there pretty good. Obviously over here, got a couple of more of these street lights. They're, you know, the spots for them are planned out. They just need to actually add the lights on them. So transitioning over here, we have the theater. So the theater has been a big project I've been working on recently, and it's pretty close to being done. Really different, unique building on this world. It doesn't look like anything else. I like the way it turned out. So this thing has a huge theater in here, and this is obviously what we use to record CLD 150, our award show, which was just 10 episodes ago. It seems like it's been longer than that, but it's kind of dark in here. But yeah, this is the theater room, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's that. Let's head back outside, and we're just gonna keep on moving on, guys. So let's see, what else do we need to check out? I just did some minor things here and there, like I kind of filled in these back walls. These walls were like undetailed, but I actually came back in and detailed them. I closed off the roof of the nether bank right here, so this is now closed off up here. Just some small things that you guys may not have noticed on the episodes, but they're there. And up here as well, I also closed off this roof. This used to be kind of open, but now it's closed off. So again, small details. Moving on from that, we actually have up here on the top of the Eclipse Towers, I actually went ahead and filled in the, I guess the little maintenance area on the top of the roof on both sides. So it really starts to complete the Eclipse Towers from the outside. And honestly, these are still like by far my favorite buildings on the city. So I just love these things. They're just super detailed and cool. And once I get the interior done on these things, it's going to be really awesome. So it's going to have a ton of detail, which is going to be crazy. These are going to be the first buildings that I do interior on, without a doubt, since they're my favorite. So let's move on, guys. We have a few more things to check out here on our recap episode, but it's crazy how much things we've done. You don't really realize how much has been worked on in the world until you do a recap of it, because like it's just such a slow process. So you know, it's like everything kind of just happens so slowly, but slowly but surely is no doubt about it here. Moving on over here, we have this modern house that I worked on for one episode. Haven't worked on it since, but I will get back to it very soon. And I believe we furnished this house since 1:30. Well, at least I did off camera. So this house has an awesome interior, so really like it. Right on the side of the hill. So moving on over to the area of the stadium. This is kind of the stadium area of the world. We got the fire department. We got the fire station. Wait, did I say fire department? We got the police department, fire station, and we have the car dealership that we've been working on most recently on Los Angeles. So this is coming along pretty nicely. I like the way the car dealership is turning out. And of course, we have the stadium. Did some expansion on the parking lots, guys. What else did we do? I mean, we added this side of the stadium right over here. So this side has been added. I love this side a lot. This is like my favorite part of the stadium right now. And then also we added, just an upper deck on this side. Just starting to peg away at the stadium, just getting this thing done little by little. Right over here we have, well, we matched the press boxes from this side to that side. So we have luxury suites and press boxes one side to the other. And obviously right in between those windows is where the commentators call the game. So yeah, the Los Angeles Stadium is coming along pretty nicely. Just slowly but surely pecking away at it. And one day it's going to be complete. So in this area of the map, we've made a lot of progress in this area of the map without a doubt. And I just want to continue to push the effort here on this area of the map and just continue to add a lot of progress. So it's been great so far, and we're going to keep it up. All right, so last but not least, just kind of closing out what we want to show for this recap episode. Again, this area of the map has been pretty much in a standstill for a long time now, since it's pretty much done. I mean, there's a bunch of houses. There's like, I would say about 15 houses in this area, so it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with what this area is like. And then, of course, we have the Alpine Mansion. As usual, it's not going to move. Anyway, guys, there have been a few minor changes to the desert area. I kind of just took this little sand mound and kind of crossed it over the road. And in turn, really just kind of closed off the desert street from the street that kind of curves up towards the Hollywood Hills area, as well as, kind of just like the nicest neighborhood of the world. So my goal with this was just to kind of seclude the nice neighborhood with the kind of like the, run-down desert area. Just kind of wanted to make them separate spaces. In a perfect world, they would be nowhere near each other. But, just because I'm in a condensed seed here on Xbox 360, well, building on Xbox 360, I had to kind of, they're right next to each other. But, hopefully, one day I'll be able to, build some things in a desert that's nowhere near anything else, right? Since that's kind of what a desert is. So, that's the desert biome. Pretty much the only thing that's been changed on it since last time. Just adding that little, close to the world. So, because of that, I had to change the northern highway a little bit. And I kind of just made like a little yield sign or stop sign that you can kind of turn back onto the highway. This is obviously a one-way highway that heads in that direction. I'm still trying to think about possibly changing this to a highway that goes both ways. And because right now there's like 3 lanes that go into the city, and you can't really come back this way. And there's really no way around the world in that direction. So I'm still trying to figure out the logistics of that. Highways and building roads in Minecraft are really difficult because they take up a ton of space, and it's a little bit harder than you think to kind of make everything connect perfectly without having to curve things, because most roads in real life are very, very curved, and you just kind of can't do that in Minecraft to the effectiveness of real life. So anyway, that's basically most of the things out here I've kind of done since last time. So add all the lane lines here, and basically I added a little sign here on these. Well, I added these little green exit signs, and this one I actually wrote something on. I wrote LD6, which is the name of this highway, and exit 1 to the Los Angeles desert, keep right. So you just stay on this road, and you can exit off into the desert. You can stop by the Block 12 mining company if you're a miner, I guess, like myself, or you can stop at the trailer park, right? And I'm probably gonna add a few more things out here at some point. I'd like to add a rundown restaurant out here, and maybe a gas station as well, like a rundown gas station. Basically just old desert stuff, maybe even a gun store possibly, but I don't know. But that's kind of the plans for the desert. But I mean, guys, that's pretty much it for our recap for Los Dangeles. Again, city is coming along nicely. It's really cool coming on here and looking out on Xbox One to its closest detail, just because I love the render distance. I love being able to see things that I wouldn't be able to see from a distance, and honestly, it makes the city just honestly feel a lot cooler. So it's really cool having the Eclipse Towers, most of the skyscrapers in the downtown area of the city, and then kind of getting the stadium all in one chunk. That's just really cool. Obviously the stadium looks 100 times better here on Xbox One because you can kind of load the whole thing in one chunk. So if I kind of fly up right here, I can get a pretty solid view of the entire stadium plus the parking lots. So it looks great, and I just, stadium I need to finish, but right now, honestly, it looks pretty damn good like that. So, guys, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for coming along with this recap. Hopefully, I got you guys caught up on the progress of Los Angeles. I'll come back to you guys in a few days for episode 161, where we will continue to build, striving towards that episode 200. We're getting there pretty quickly. Just continuing to make progress on the world, guys. Love building on here. So, thanks for watching, everybody. It has been Dangeles. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. And I will talk to you guys on 161 in a few days. But until then, guys, have a good day and peace out.